flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome everybody to Sim Racing Short Tracker's new Smyrna 100. This is the first time I've ever been at this track, broadcasted this track anyway. Should be a fun race. 100 laps around this very short. Well, we'll call it kind of big, I guess. It ain't very big. 5-mile-an-hour winds. You can see the track right there. 89-degree track temp. A little under a half a mile. Pretty much what I call it as. Sitting here watching guys practice. Was Martinsville, I guess, with a little bit of banking in the corners, but you do kind of attack it the same way, I would guess. Like I said, I've never really drove this track. I actually just got it a few weeks ago, but never drove it. So, anyway, should be a fun race. We got about 3 minutes left here in practice before qualifying. Qualifying 2 laps, of course, for these guys. Coming into tonight, it has been a pretty much, I don't want to say dominant show of force lately, but we have seen a couple of guys up towards the front. We'll see how they do tonight as well. I forgot their names as I was trying to find it, of who has been winning. And I'm looking now. Give me just a second. Who was it that won last week? I completely forgot. I know who it was, guys, and I apologize. Let's see. You would think I'd actually know this, but I do not have. Logan Runyon, that's who it was. Picked up the win, I know, on September 6th. We didn't race last week. Last time we raced was 5 Flag Speedway, and that was 2 weeks ago. They took last week off, and tonight we're back at it right now. Logan is currently 3rd, and I was trying to find the point standings, but unfortunately I don't see that. I know they're here somewhere. As I was looking, looks like, as I looked through, I was making sure who the point standings was. I don't know. I can't find the point standings anywhere on the page for some odd reason. Don't know where they are. I was actually trying to get that up and going. Anyway, should be a very fun race tonight. Lots of action as always in the late models. We're not in the super late models. We are in the late models. And it should be a very good race, though. However, the points tonight, I will mention, by the way, I do got them now. This race is sponsored by Treadwear. If you don't know, you'll see the logo. Make sure you go check them out. And head over there. Next week, we head to Oxford Plains. And then we go to the Bull Ring, which I don't have Bull Ring. I'll have to get it here soon as well. Anyway, the standings coming into tonight, it is Logan up on top of the charts right now, leading by 17 points over Blake Hither, and I don't know if Blake is in here tonight. Chris Stump currently 3rd, Dylan Little 4th, Royce Schiavano, your top 5 right now in points, and them guys are really close. 17 points from Logan, or Blake to Logan, and then only 2 points separate 3rd to 2nd. Dylan's only 3 points, 20 points out of 1st, 3 points out of 2nd, so very close points battle right now. As the season's kind of winds down, we still got a few weeks left As I mentioned, Oxford Plains next week. Then the Bull Ring, Myrtle Beach, Martinsville, and Langley Speedway. And of course, Langley being the longest one of the races at 200 laps. So tonight's race, only 100 laps, very short race. I love these kind of races though. They're fun to watch, exciting to watch. It's pretty much as soon as the green flag drops, it is pretty much go time from there. So practice about ready to come to a close. It is Landon Soraka right now on top of the board. Bob Lowren, I believe is how you say his name. Logan Runyon, of course, is in third. David, I'm not going to butcher your last name, sir, so I'm not going to say it. I think it's Rondu, I believe, but I probably butchered it. Anyway, David Knowles, Chris Stump, Dylan Little, Roy Schiavano, Adam Maddox, Tommy Haynes right now in the top 10, and AJ Rogers back in 11. So 3 seconds, and the time for qualifying will begin right now as practice finishes up here from this short half-mile speedway. And we will hop over and watch some of these guys. Got my new cameras again tonight as well. Watch Dylan Little. We'll watch Dylan Little as he gets ready to complete or start his first lap. You can kind of see what I was meaning, kind of like Martinsville. You pretty much got to get to the inside line. He's actually a little bit off the bottom, which is a little bit different what I've seen in practice. So we'll see how that works out for him. Right now, currently first on the board. It looks like he's going to be one and done. Oh, no, he's going to continue. I thought he was slowing down. I apologize. Hop over to Roy Schiavano, starting his green flag lap. Let's hop on board the number 76 car. See some of our new cameras we're using tonight. 360 cam, actually. See how close he gets to that white line, or yellow line. Up off turn 4, he will qualify currently in first with a 18.176, and that currently puts him about a half a tenth faster than second place Jerry Stone, who just got done with his qualifying lap. Up off turn 4, will he improve? Probably not, but we'll see. And he does not. So now we're on watching Logan Runyon, the points leader right now, coming into tonight's race, the number 6 car. Keep an eye on him. He's been fast week in and week out as he works through turn 4 to start his green flag lap. Actually, he may be on his green flag lap. Crossing the start finish line. And he will start his lap. Getting a little loose right now, it looks like, coming up off turn 2. Car don't really look like it wants to settle down. Logan going to cross the start finish line, and he will be 7th as he plows the wall. Adam Maddox in the number 94. If anybody wants to race in the league, contact Adam in 94. So he crosses the start finish line. He will qualify into 5th with the 18.258. AJ Rogers as well out there in the number 5 car tonight. See his car. And he will qualify in 3rd, so a good lap for AJ. What we'll do, guys, we'll take a break. There's still a couple guys that have not yet to qualify, so we'll take a break. They're not even on the track. We'll be right back to get this race started.
You walk 30 feet away from the car and you look back, that's my car. And I want to have that feeling again, that feeling of the kid when I'm rolling the car on top of the couch. Imagine myself driving that race car. And we all know that race cars have letters on their tires. You want that race car look for the street. Now you can actually have it, not have to sit on your hands and knees with a paintbrush every weekend.
Get ready, going green. Green, green, green.
Welcome back to the Sim Racing Short Trackers New Smyrna 100. Here, about to go racing. We got one guy that hasn't qualified yet. If we actually got him to qualify, we'd be good to go. But right now, he has not been out on track, and that is Thomas Hanson. However, anyway, there's your track information about tonight. It's a little bit different than what we normally race. Usually, the tracks are a little bit smaller. However, this track, my personal opinion, resembles Martinsville. Once again, this is my personal opinion. It does resemble Martinsville to me, but with banking in the corners. So you can kind of see the banking right there from that picture you're looking at right now. But all in all, it should be a very fun race. As I mentioned earlier, these guys always put on a really good show, and it should be a great race to watch. It's going to be close up for the top spot right now. It is currently Royce Schiavano. We're going to interview him here in just a minute once the qualifying session ends. We will interview him, or right before the qualifying session ends, we'll pull him in and talk to him. So really, we're just waiting on one person, Thomas Hanson, and we'll be good to go. Currently, right now, as we look at your results from qualifying, there's your top 10. 15 drivers making a start here tonight for this short 100-lap race. Right now, Roy Schiavano out of Pennsylvania Club has the pole by about, whatever that is, not even under a half a tenth. Over Landon Soraka, Chris Stump, AJ Rogers, Jerry Stone, your top 5. A little bit further back, David Knowles, Logan Runyon. Logan's actually qualified a lot slower than what I thought he would. He was fast in practice. He was actually third fastest, but unfortunately did not qualify where he wants, so he's going to have a little bit of work to do, I guess, to get up there and try to keep that points lead solid, I guess you could say. One thing about these guys, that if you do not know, they cannot take tires under caution. So if a caution comes out, you cannot take tires, and you are not allowed to pit for tires at all. If you do, you're going to be in trouble. So it should be a fun one. 1 minute right now left in qualifying, and it looks like Royce Schiavano is going to be able to walk out of here with the pole. Let's go ahead and pull Royce Schiavano in for this race. So let me find him. Now we'll get him in here.
Compared to qualifying.
Hello, sir.
Adam, what's going on?
Nothing much. I want to get you in here and talk to you. It looks like you're going to be able to get the pole. Thomas hasn't went out yet, so I don't want to jinx you if he does happen to roll out here with any second now. Anyway, what's it going to take for you to be able to keep the car up front and get the win?
I'll tell you what, it's going to be keeping the car clean. As you know, everybody is pretty darn equal when it comes to these races. Everybody's got that high I rating. They're very patient as well. So as long as I can keep the nose clean, the body clean all the way around, let the pressures come up, I think we're going to be in a good spot.
Let me ask you a question. When it comes to these cars, what do you mostly look for? Is it to save the tire, or are you looking for drive off mainly? Because we know drive off is very important, especially on short tracks.
Yeah, for sure. Drive off is definitely huge. But for me, I think it's going to be saving the tires. As I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I tend to run flatter tires with less pressure at the beginning of the race so that they're good with 25 to go, as opposed to me sliding all over the place with 25 to go. So, we'll see.
Man, you're up there in the points right now. Go out there and see if you can pick up a win, and see if you can walk out of here with a couple points positions. We'll be up here watching. Good luck.
Hey, thanks, Adam. Talk to you soon, hopefully.
Okay, bye. All right. Getting ready to go. Let's take a look at your starting grid for tonight's New Smyrna 100. Maybe. Sorry, guys. I was getting some stuff fixed up. There we go. Here we go. As the cars get ready to roll by, I'm trying to get my stuff set for a better view for you guys. There we go. Roy Schiavano will be starting on the front row alongside that number 21 car. Behind these guys, leading them to the green, we will have Chris Stump and A.J. Rogers. Jerry Stone. And I think it's David I'm not going to try. Davey, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to talk to you and how to pronounce your name. That in the 70 car. We'll see how he does. That's a good qualifying run for him, though. Right behind them, Bob Lauren and Tommy Haynes. Right behind them, we have Adam Maddox, Dylan Little, David Knowles, Logan Runyon. Logan with another great qualifying run. Very surprising. Dale Albright, another one I'm surprised that didn't have a good qualifying run. Jamie Christensen. And that is it. Don't look like Thomas Hanson may be making a start. It could be a start and park car or not. Either way, we got 100 laps. I'm very much looking forward to this race. I've been looking forward to it all day, actually. Love watching these guys race. They do a great job. And as we get ready to go green, the pace car will pull off onto pit lane. Pit road speed here is very slow. I'm thinking 35 is what it was. These are open setups, if anybody's wondering. Green flag is out. We're underway here for the Sim Racing Short Trackers, New Smyrna 100. And already, it is the 76 car. A little bit of a checkup there. But he's able to hold on to the lead. Battle's going to be right now back for fourth as the 91. Jerry Stone looks underneath A.J. Rogers. And it looks like the 91 should be able to take this away as we go back down into turn one. Already lap one complete. A little bit of rub on the side of that 5 car possibly. Coming up off turn. Whoa, the 91 got a little tight, almost slid up. Now he will get passed by A.J. Rogers. The 70 of Davey is also made the pass. So move him up. Let's hop on board that 70 car since I forgot to pronounce his name right. There we go. You can see behind him. Gonna look inside the cockpit of these late models. Really cool cockpit in these things though. As we decide to keep staying green right now, it is pretty much single file all the way up towards the front. There's not really much battles at the moment really going on. Closest battles back here as we see Logan Runyon already making a couple moves now. He just got around Adam Maddox for 10th place. Now looking underneath the 17 of Tommy Haynes, and this will be for 9th place. Tommy's going to move up just a little bit almost. We'll see. Logan may have a long run car, and that's exactly what I'm thinking. We know Roy Schiavano likes his cars as well, but the thing is, when you qualify back towards the back, there's always that chance that you could get caught up into something that is not your fault. We know most of these guys that we're seeing racing right here around him is very clean drivers. Adam Maddox, Tommy Haynes, Dylan Little, David Knowles, all very clean drivers. As you see, almost a little bump there on the 6 car and the 17 car. to the start finish line and still right now leading the way. It is Roy Schiavano, checked out by 3/10 over Landon in the 21. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Landon and the 6 of Logan are teammates, I do believe. They are. That is RMS Motorsports. As AJ Rogers side by side with the 98 with Chris Stump. I'll turn number 4. And right now, Chris able to battle back on the outside, doing a pretty good job of holding that. We'll see. See, I'm very surprised on how well this Highline is actually holding. That is a little bit different. See, I kind of, when I first came on the air, I said I'm kind of new to this track and I don't know a lot about it. But from the looks of it, it kind of looked like a Martinsville top track, but with a little bit of banking in the corner. Well, Martinsville, you can't do this on the high side. I'm going to be honest. Everybody knows that. So it's a little bit different. I don't really know what track to really compare it to, honestly, as far as NASCAR top tracks. But that is what it reminds me of. But we are seeing the Highline work just a little bit as Chris Stump's trying to get around the inside right now. So a good little battle here. Now really the question is, how patient will the 70 be? Running behind the 5 and the 98. It looks like he's going to get alongside the 5 of AJ Rogers now. It looks like the 98 may be able to clear AJ coming out of turn 4. We'll see. He does clear him. And he will dive to the inside, it looks like. Davey also completing the pass now on AJ Roger. AJ's falling back here just a little bit. Almost contact between them two. Adam Maddox, Logan Runyon, and Tommy in the 17 still running nose to tail. As we work lap number 16, everybody chasing this guy right now of Roy Schiavano. And if you guys don't know who Roy Schiavano is, he is a very good, I'll go ahead and say it, a very good racer of anything he drives. I've yet to see this guy not drive one thing and not be good in. We broadcast him a couple times in a different league, in the trucks, the Xfinity, K&N, and he was still top 3 or winning the races almost every week. So it's no surprise at all to see Schiavano up in front right now. Has led 17 out of the 18, make that 18 out of 19 laps as he crosses the start-finish line. Seems like a very tough place to pass, though. It really seems like you really gotta, the person in front of you has to overdrive or make a mistake or something like that in order for you to get around, especially now that the tires are starting to get a little bit of wear on them. It seems very tough. Track position seems very important here. So some of these guys may need to think that if they just happen to pit for fuel or anything like that, which we know that they cannot take tires, but if they happen to pit, it could be something to be thinking about as we see Davey work his way into the top 3. He's one of the fastest cars out on track right now, actually. He's just run a faster lap than our leader. Right there with Roy Schiavano, 18.90. And Schiavano with a 18.902. So right now, this guy is the fastest out on the track with all of our top 10. Only a few guys actually running 18s at the moment. I thought I seen smoke. I do. And it appears Logan Runyon, your points leader, has blown up. And I think he actually blown up by himself. Yep, there it is. Smoke coming out of the back of that 6 car. And unfortunately for Logan, his night's done, I believe. We'll find out. We know he's going to go multiple laps down, especially here. We'll see if he gets back out there or not. I really don't know. So if that's the case, depending on points and how they do points, if they do bonuses, I need to check. Because I think they do. They do get driver bonuses. Leading the most laps, leading the race winner, you get 3. So you can actually get a total of 5 from what I'm seeing. 5 bonus points. And if that's the case, Shivano could jump a lot, actually. He might not get the points lead, I don't think. But he actually could be very close. I'm going to be honest, he could be very close to the points lead after tonight's race. Here comes the 17, taking a peek underneath the 93 of Dylan Little. As we ride on board with Tommy in that 17 car right now, running behind Dylan in the 93. You can see Tommy goes a little bit wide here, but we'll try to get to run out on the 93. He's going to be looking to the inside. Dylan. See who gets to run out. Close to making contact. And at the moment, we're still nose to tail. As we work off turn 4, Dylan with a little bit of advantage going into turn 1. It looks like he may be able to keep that spot. I don't know. The 17 gets a little bit on the apron. Now we'll see if Dylan is able to keep it. He will. Oh, 17 didn't give up too much spots though. There's too much time. Adam Maddox right behind these guys looking on. And then David Knowles behind him. And unfortunately, it does look like Jamie Christensen just went 1 lap down as well. And that number 75 Michelob Ultra car. See the 75 getting out of the way of some of the leaders. AJ Rogers going by. Jerry Stone would be next. Big wreck on the back stretch. And it is Tommy Haynes who goes around. Let's see. Oh, the 14. Bob Lauren was involved as well. He was the one that ultimately looked like got loose. Oh, the 93, nowhere to go. The 17, nowhere to go. Who else was that went by? The 92. That was David Knowles. Let's ride on board here with David as we go down to out of turn 2s where the wreck happened here on lap 33, now 34. Woo! Good job there by David. He actually picked up quite a few spots after that. Unfortunately, it had to do because somebody else wrecked, but him and Dale Albright and Logan and a bunch of other guys. It looks like Adam Maddox was involved as well. He's actually been a couple laps down now. Let's see what happened to Maddox. I didn't see. Oh, he just went around. He didn't get no damage, but he did tow, which is a weird one. So Roy Schiavano leads. As, like I mentioned, you can come down pit road. However, you're not allowed. And at a 17, yeah, he did blow up, unfortunately. So that's only going to leave us now with 7 cars on this lead lap after a big pileup early. Well, I don't want to say early, in the middle of this race. As it is, Roy Schiavano. And I don't want to butcher the second guy's second place last name, but Davey is in second. I think it's Rondu. I don't know. Anyway, Chris Stump is in third. AJ Rogers is in fourth as we get ready to double them back up here. I believe this time We'll be going green next time around. Everybody right now chasing Roy Schiavano here for the new Smyrna 100. As we get ready to go racing, we shall see what happens. As the pace car drops down pit lane, we are back to green flag and a small checkup on that inside. Tommy Hayes is back out there racing. I thought he had some damage, but apparently not as much as what I thought. And we got a battle for the top spot. This could be a good little battle here between these two. Battle for third as well, AJ Rogers and Chris Stump. So we'll see. As we are side by side. Ew, the 70 actually led that lap. It looks like Davey may be able to take over second place from Royce Schiavano. He will. Royce may not have wanted that caution. Now he's under attack from AJ Rogers in third place. And Schiavano falling back here. Your pole sitter falling back to what appears he's going to fall back to third now. As he wants to get a little bit up there for Chris. This is a good little battle here for second place. As Roy Schiavano trying to be able to pass once again. Sorry about that, guys. That was some problems with my controller, my cameras, as you can see. Roy Schiavano able to take over second place once again. As he will try to run down, I'm sorry, that was for third place. He will try to run down AJ Rogers now. That is in second. AJ actually last time by, not as fast as our leader. It is right now your top three fastest last time by would be Davey, Roy Schiavano, and Chris Stump. Right now your fastest three. AJ would be ranked about fourth right now, or fifth out of the top three. Or top five. See Schiavano trying to catch up, but you also got Chris Stump right behind him. Schiavano is starting to catch up a little bit to the 5. We'll see as we come to lap now number 49 out of 100. Right now, though, the 70 is leading the way here at New Smyrna. As we take a quick commercial break, we'll be back to wrap this thing up here in just a moment for the Sim Racing Short Trackers.
You walk 30 feet away from the car and you look back, that's my car. And I want to have that feeling again, that feeling of the kid when I'm rolling the car on top of the couch. Imagine myself driving that race car. And we all know that race cars had letters on their tires. You want that race car look for the street. Now you can actually have it, not have to sit on your hands and knees with a paintbrush every weekend.
Welcome back to near Smyrna as the battle for second still heating up. It is Roy Schiavano trying to run down. Roy's actually started this race off in a really good spot to win this thing. However, he's fallen back on that restart. He's now trying to battle his way back up, working on second place. AJ Rogers, this place is so tough to pass that Royce is faster. He's faster right now than our entire field, actually. He is the fastest out on track with the exception of Landon Soraka, who last time by was the fastest. So the 21 car is starting to work his way up as well. But right now the closest battle is for second place between AJ, Royce, and Chris. Right now Davey in the 70 car currently leading the way here and has pretty much driven away. He's got 1.1 second gap, and that's not a lot of time to catch somebody. 1.1 seconds, quite a bit with only just a few laps to go. We'll get a look at our mid-race report. The 5 goes a little high there. It could give Royce an advantage. 44 laps remain, make that 43 laps. We only had one lead change, and that is when Davey took it over on that last restart. One caution so far for 5 laps, and that is when I know Adam Maddox was involved in his own wreck, but Logan, of course, blew up. Dylan Little, the 17 of Tommy Haynes, and Bob Lauren all collected each other on the backstretch coming out of turn 2. So a good little chance here for Schiavano to try to take back second as he now looks underneath and on the inside of the 5 of AJ as we go back down into turn 1. Schiavano looks like he's going to be able to take this spot away for now. And also bringing along with him is Chris Stump in the 98 car, who is now side by side. These guys almost, the 21 may have gotten the wall. I'm not sure. I didn't see no smoke, but it could have been. So now Schiavano's got the chance of trying to run down our leader. He's not going to have a ton of time, only 39. Oh, we got a car in the wall. Jerry Stone is a 91. Really plowed the wall coming up out of turn 4. Here's a replay. Should see it right here, I believe. Gets a little loose. Oh, and overcorrected. Yeah, that's going to cost him a lot of spots. He has fallen back already, back to 8th place over that. And it looks like Roy Schiavano just almost. Oh, never mind. I thought he actually got around Davey. I apologize. Looking at a lot of time in the room. Last time by, Schiavano, the fastest on track. However, Davey, I'm going to be honest, if Royce keeps running them kind of laps and Davey keeps running them kind of laps, don't know if Royce can run him down. That time by, it was Davey the fastest on track out of all of our top 5 at the moment with an 18.955. I'll take it back. Landon Soraka in the 21 car was fastest. He actually just got around the 98 of Chris Stump. He's working his way up in the 21 car. Of course, his teammate Logan Runyon was your points leader. Unfortunately, blown up. A little bit too much heat on the front of that car. Now this could be a problem as Davey in the 70 will have some lap traffic. We'll see if it will slow him down. It looks like the 17 is going to give him plenty of room, which is a good thing to do. Of course, Tommy involved earlier in that wreck that we just had. I don't know. We'll see if Royce is able to catch him. It's different between catch him and then try to pass. Especially on a tough place like this where we've seen passing be very minimal. It hasn't been a lot of passing tonight. That's one thing I've noticed about this place. Once you get a position, it's hard to, I guess, lose that position unless you slide up too far or hit the wall or something. We haven't seen very many people actually pass unless it's a restart, as we just seen AJ Rogers get a little loose coming out of turn 4, as we are on lap number 71 now of the scheduled 100. So we got 30 more laps to go. Coming to 29 to go this time. Roy Schiavano right now currently in 5th in points. Davey, that is in the 70. If I'm not mistaken, he's actually not in the top 10. I don't think he's actually run a ton of races. Trying to find out. Actually, this may be his first race in this league. I cannot find him, so it's maybe his first race. And of course, we will interview our top 3 guys as well. And the gap really not closing for our leader. Or I'm sorry, not really getting any smaller. He's actually extending it just a little bit now. 1.6 seconds out, as I've seen smoke, I thought. Maybe not. I thought I've seen smoke. Battle for second. You know, Landon, that we see right here, he actually started in 2nd place. He fell back really early and wasn't exactly where he wanted to be. And I was sitting there thinking about him because where his teammate blew up, and I don't think he actually pitted. Yes, he actually did pit. So he actually pitted and probably cooled the car down and possibly took tape off of it. So that could be why we've seen his teammate blow up. Landon comes in here currently 10th, top for 10th right now in the standings, 37 points back out of the lead. He should be able to jump Jamie Christensen tonight. As Jamie rides around in 9th place at the moment, and should be able to actually gain a couple more spots. I know Cody Carlton's not here. A couple guys in front of him's not here, so there's a chance that Landon could gain a couple spots as he does, or is starting to work on 5. But 5 right now of AJ Rogers working on Roy Schiavano. As Schiavano goes high, this may open the door for that 5 car, as now we work lap 81 out of 100. And Davey's liking what he's seeing. They just keep pulling away. He is now 2 seconds over this pack. And unless a caution comes out, I think we may find a winner because Davey not making any mistakes up front. Schiavano kind of caught on the outside right now. He's going to have to try to find a hole to get into. And we'll see if he's able to get down. Don't look like he's going to be able to get down, so he's going to fall from 2nd all the way back to, well, he got back in line, back to 3rd. So AJ Rogers getting around Schiavano for 3rd spot. 2nd spot, apologize. Chris Stump working on the 21 as well. For anybody that don't know, this league is open setups. They work pretty tirelessly on getting setups built right and corrected the way they like their driving style. And you can see that some of these guys really know how to build them because they are fast. 18-second laps are on this track. Not bad for a 1.5-mile track that's flat. Or I'm sorry, half a mile that's flat. There is some lap traffic up here in front of AJ Rogers. We'll see if that has any kind of impact. That is the 75 of Jamie Christensen. Gap has closed quite a bit. Whoa, what happened? We went from 2 seconds down to 1.5 for a second. I don't know what happened there. Did he get in a wall? A little bit of damage on the front of the 70 car. We'll see. I don't know where that came from. At the line, it will be the fastest car on track is Shavano with a 19.142. Actually, Chris Stump with a 19.138. And then David Knowles with a 19.053. So that's your fastest car on track is in a 92. Here we come through turn 3. We're going to have 10 laps to go. As you see the 75 moving up out of the way. Gap not really closing to our leader. AJ Rogers still keeping a pretty good gap over, our leader Davey is currently keeping a pretty good pace over AJ Rogers and Wood Shavano back in second and third. We will have one more lap car that could possibly become a factor. We don't know. Let's hop on board with Davey and listen on board. He does a good job. He's been real smooth. I noticed that how smooth he is on the throttle, which is very awesome. And to be honest, he's coming in here and he's making a statement. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is his first race. I was looking for him and could not find him. I believe this may be his first race in the season or in the league, I believe. And he may have a chance to walk out with a big win if he's able to pull this one off. He will have 6 laps to go once we hit the line. So if he's able to make at least one more lap, the next caution would end it as we work lap 95. Now, Davey did just go around a lap car of the 17 of Tommy. Knew that he wouldn't be much of a problem. He did pull out of the way. Gap has closed just a little bit between AJ and Davey. However, 1.3 seconds is the distance between first and second. But at the moment, he's just trying to keep it clean and be consistent. And we know how tough it is to pass people around here. I just don't know if it's going to happen. As, by the way, the next flag will end the race, by the way, if we have a flag come up before the final lap, that is. Looks like the 98 of Chris Stump's on pit road. And he has blown up as well. So unfortunately for him, he's not going to finish where he wanted to. He will be now back in 9th place. And it looks like that may be where he finishes. 2 laps to go at the line. White flag will be in the air this time. Davey trying to get his first win this season. He started back in 6th. I'm going to be honest. That is someone I did not expect to have or to be up front. Made a pretty good call on working his way up through traffic. He's going to see turn 3 and 4 for the final time. He will drive off turn 4 and will see the checkered flag and will win his first ever Sim Racing Short Trackers race in the late model for at New Smyrna. Good win for that 70 car. AJ Rogers, Roy Schiavano, your top 3. Schiavano's going to be a little disappointed. As the fireworks explode in the background. See there, Davey with the victory celebration. The fireworks are off in the background. We're going to interview a couple of these guys. Let's bring in, let's see who's actually in TeamSpeak first. I don't know if Davey is in TeamSpeak or not. And if not, that is going to be huge because they have a new rule that win can become encumbered if you are not in TeamSpeak for the interview. So we'll talk to Roy Schiavano, who finishes in 3rd place. Hey, Roy, you got me?
Hey, Adam, I got you.
Man, you got to be a little disappointed. You was really fast. You started on the pole. It seemed like the restarts you struggled with a little bit. Talk us through that.
Yeah, you know what? The one restart we had about halfway through, I think I waited too long to go. And that gave Davey on the outside the chance to use that outside line, which came in really well. I was talking to AJ after the race, and that outside line was something to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, man. It kind of surprised me because, like I said, it's the first time I've ever actually been to this track. This was a tough place to pass, watching it seems like. I mean, I didn't think the outside would be the way to go. When you came into tonight, was you expecting that to be the preferred line?
No, I definitely wasn't expecting that at all. And welcome to New Smyrna. It really is 2 different ends. Like 1 and 2, I usually do like a late apex to get a good run down the back, and then 3 and 4 just hug that white line like it's your best friend. But I really couldn't do anything in terms of getting on the high line because I think the way my car was set up was for that exact line that I just described. And if I hopped off of it, I was either way loose or way tight. But Adam and AJ and Davey ran it perfectly.
Yeah, we've seen you, like I said, got the pole. Are you a little bit disappointed? Are you somewhat still happy because we know you're going to jump up quite a bit in the points, seeing how Logan had a bad run tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened to him in the 94 there, but yeah, I'm disappointed in the fact that, seeing that yellow came out, bunched the field back up, but I really did give it my best, and AJ and Davey really did play it right. And I'll tell you, if I put up another 2 wide battle to try to get by somebody, it could easily get freight trained, and Chris and the rest of the pack could go right by me.
Man, that was a good win, or good 3rd place. Sorry, about to say good win. Good 3rd place, but still, not bad at all. I know you wanted to win, 37 laps led. So anybody you want to give a shout out to, that was a good one to watch.
Yeah, I just appreciate you being in the booth, Adam. It's always fun to watch the race afterwards. And this league is one of the first ones I joined on iRacing, and I'm glad they really did get it back up and going. And I'm usually not able to make the Tuesday nights for the Legends of the Street Stock, so the Wednesday is the highlight of my week. So, thanks to them for putting this on.
I always say you're one of the best drivers. You can drive almost anything that you get into, and we've seen it again here tonight. So, man, good job, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Adam. Talk to you soon, man.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, let's bring in AJ Rogers, who finishes in 2nd. AJ, you got me?
Yes, sir. How are y'all?
Pretty good, man. You started back in 4th, worked your way up to 2nd. Talk us a little bit about that. You was one of the few cars we've really seen commit to the higher line, especially towards the end of this race. Is that something you just found as the race went on? It's kind of a surprise, to be honest. I didn't think it would be a higher line or middle line track.
You're right. It definitely blew me away. Just happened to find it by chance, really, on that restart after the first caution. and just realized how quick it was and just stayed up there. Had to make a couple of adjustments, but the car was pretty good, especially up on the high line, which really just blew me away. But had a lot of fun. That was some good fun, good racing.
Yeah, only one caution tonight, which, for short track racing, it's always surprising, especially the late models, because these things go either way. It could be good, it could be bad. Do you think if we would have had another restart, knowing that you would have had the higher line, do you think you could have had a chance at getting by the 70?
That's a good one. If he would have chose a high line, that'd have been a different story. But if he'd have if he'd have started on the bottom, I definitely believe I could have got him. Just didn't have enough at the end to catch him. He was too far ahead. But it was, like I said, it was a lot of fun. It was a good long race. Like we said, the high line was crazy, and I appreciate what y'all have done.
Just to let you know, you was actually closing in a little bit on David within the last 5 laps. You was about, I don't want to say a tenth faster, but I think you needed about, 20 or 30 more laps to actually have a good chance at catching him. All in all, though, second place, definitely a good run for you. Man, is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to? That was fun to watch.
Well, definitely all my teammates, Roughnecks. They know who they are. We set these cars up together, work on these things together day in, pretty much day out. And we've gotten pretty good. So I can't complain there. And definitely my sponsors, our insurance options, is a big part of its company that I work for. So it's been great working with these guys, the Roughnecks. So.
I agree, man. If you don't have the right setup, there's no way you would be second. Let's just be honest, especially someplace like here. So, good run, man, and congratulations. I know that you had a chance at possibly getting a win, but still second place. Definitely don't hold your head down about that. So, good run, and hopefully talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank y'all. I'm not disappointed at all. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, buddy. Next up, let's bring in our winner, Davey, who finishes in first place tonight. Hey, Davey, you got a copy?
Hey, Adam, how you doing?
First off, can you please pronounce your last name for me?
Yes, it's Rio.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I
It's a tricky one.
it up and all that. I was just like, I'm just gonna call him Davey. All right, man.
Yeah.
Let me start off. First off, you're very impressive. I'm just gonna be honest. You started 6th place, and usually when I come into broadcast, you usually know who the fast guys are. You see it in practice. You see it in qualifying. We know Royce was fast, of course. He finished 3rd. You started 6th, though, and you worked your way up through traffic. Explain that a little bit, if you can. What was it like? Is it something you found during the race that you couldn't find in qualifying? Is your car just set up better for the long runs?
It's definitely a long run setup. I was sitting back there, I think at 5th, right after the start. It just kind of stayed to the top. I know with New Smyrna, that top line really comes in. I've put a lot of laps in with this league a couple years ago, and then with the SARA, I've ran quite a bit at New Smyrna, and I just had to be patient, made my moves on the outside. It's proven it works. And then I got really lucky with that restart. I believe it was AJ that pit. If not, I could be wrong. That pit right at that caution that gave me the spot to start outside pole, and was able to grab the lead from there, set my brake bias, and back out for a little bit. And these get. Go ahead.
Let me ask you. You said you raced here quite a bit. Is that high line normally a thing that you will see here, or higher line, I guess you could say, or is it something that only works at nighttime because the track is a little bit cooler, is a little bit more grip, or is it something that you just wanted to try tonight?
With the bottom as heat builds up, I tried to cool down my tires under that yellow. And then sticking to the outside kept my tires cool longer, and that was my biggest thing, was just staying smooth and conserving tires for the end. So once I got out front, I just set a comfortable pace, tried not to push it too hard, and with the outside you save a little bit more tire, so that definitely helped me towards the end.
Of course, this is your first one this season in the late model. Man, that was impressive. I'm going to be honest. Anytime you go out and beat, guys like Roy Schiavano, of course, Dylan Little, Logan, of course, had some bad luck. But anytime you go out and actually beat and then dominate 63 laps led, that's got to feel like an accomplishment to you, knowing that, you have that kind of speed with the setup and stuff. And we know how hard setups are to build. That was a great run, man, by you, and I honestly mean that. Is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to? That was very awesome to watch.
First off, definitely the guys at SRST, Adam, David, those guys are awesome. I've been running with them for quite a long time, a few years, and I've had to take a few seasons off. But it's always nice, you know, to be welcomed back, just to run the league. Also, my team, Wheelin' Dealin' Motorsports, those guys help out a bunch with setups. We run a bunch of dirt lately, but it feels nice to hop back into a pavement car.
Well, if you're any good like you are on dirt, I feel sorry for them guys over there. So, good job, man, and congratulations on the big win. That was nice.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thanks, buddy. Guys, thoughts on the race as we look at the results? You got to get up for Davey, man. I mean, like I said, started sixth and he found something, and he said he cooled his tires off on that first caution, and after that, he was going. I mean, let's be honest. AJ Rogers, Roy Schiavone, I'm wondering if Royce could have burnt the tires up a little bit, because we've seen AJ get back around him, so it could have been that possibility. You got to get up for the 21. He actually had to go to the back of the field at one time, I believe, to take tape off, and he drove his way back up to fourth place. So, David Knowles, another good run for him as well. So, there you go, guys. There's your top 10 as you look at the rest of your field. That's my thoughts on the race. I loved it. As always, that's a great race. That's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. We'll be back tomorrow again for the truck race for the Dynamite's Truck Series. For Go Fast Racing League, Dynamite's Truck Series. I apologize. Chase race number 1 tomorrow, so very looking forward to that. It should be very, very good fun. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great night. God bless. We'll talk to y'all soon. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day